What's going on, guys? Ahmed back with another video here, back again with my good friend Felivi, and we wanted to bring you all this video for the new year coming up. We wanted to talk about what we want to see from some of our favorite artists coming into the new year. How do we feel like they can improve, and what are some of our expectations for some of the things coming out? So yeah, to start off, we're gonna get into Don Q. So I'll start with you, Felivi. How do you want to see Don Q? What do you want to see from Don Q in 2022?
Yeah.
That's right, 2023.
So I've always loved Don Q. I've always been a big A Boogie fan. High Ridge. I actually even met Don Q back when I was in high school.
That dude is short. Respect. Respect.
He's
You
short,
saw where I put him in my list, but that dude is short.
But he's mad cool. Like
Yeah.
he showed love and all that. For me, I want to hear, and I'm still something from you, like production, way better production. I think that would be able to push him higher into the side. Some storytelling. That's something I'm gonna say for a lot of like new rapper. I kind of like hearing storytelling in that kind of sense, and I feel like he is capable of doing it because he's so lyrical and he knows how to use the words very well. And then just a little diversity of like topics of that he's rapping with. So what do you say?
I definitely want to echo those statements. I feel like maybe if he gets a producer that he really likes, you know what I'm saying? I feel like most other New York lyricists, whether it be Benny the Butcher and Conway with Alchemist or Joey Badass with Status Selecta, I feel like most New York lyricists have their designated producer that really polishes up their albums, and I want to kind of see that with Don Q, because right now it's just kind of run-of-the-mill Moneybagg or Lil Baby beats that I'm not a huge fan of. And there's obviously some lit production in his albums,
Yeah, definitely.
especially when he does songs with A Boogie, but I feel like on a consistent basis, I definitely would love to see that. Kind of like Felivi said, also with the storytelling, I feel like if I think about every New York lyricist right now, I do feel like he doesn't stand out in a way that I think he should and could, because he doesn't really have something that he specifically does, whether it be Conway with his introspective and vulnerability, whether it be Benny with his rhyme schemes, or Joey with his consciousness. Everyone kind of has something to stand out, and I feel like if Don Q were to start really telling like T Grizzly or King Von level stories, that would be a way for him to stand out that I think would be really great. So definitely more storytelling, and we've seen it a little bit on Corleone, but not enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I also think that in terms of breaking into the mainstream, kind of like Felivi said to me before the video, I would love to see him just do a couple catchy songs just to get buzz, because I feel like what's super dope is that like what maybe like JID and Central C, for example, they will have that kind of catchy song that's for like the charts or whatever. But then what's cool is then people go back to their album and realize, oh wait, no, these people are actually S tier artists, right? So yeah, definitely heavy on the just, you know, one or two hits, just not, even if they're not on the album, just loosies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Editor Ahmed here. Rewatching the video, I also think that the use of samples would be really helpful in Don Q's music. A lot of times when we see these artists who are really great lyricists trying to break into the mainstream, it's normally a sample or a sample style song that will bring them there, and then of course there's the rest of the discography that is really solid. So I think if Don Q engaged with some samples, that would be really dope. Next up, we have one of my personal favorite artists and a really strong artist in New York right now, Fivio Foreign. So
Yes. So I was telling him this. I feel like Favi is in a very specific, crucial spot when it comes to New York drill. So, look,
Context.
Sorry. K Flock and a lot of the young drill artists are locked up. Sleepy, Chef G, they're locked up.
Is Sleepy locked up?
I thought Sleepy's still locked up.
Okay.
So you're in a position where like it's you, there's 2Gs, and then you got a lot of the like young drill artists out, right? So a lot of, and then lately, and like he said he's the king of New York, right? So there's a lot of eyes on you. So for him, when it comes to New York drill, you need to push it somewhere. and have to bring to me a new sound or a new wave with this drill. Cause like I for example don't I don't mind the sound now, but a lot of people are getting tired of the regular sound. And so um one of the one of my favorite songs he ever made was the Storytime one. And I felt like that was fire. It was when he just like he dropped like he
It
got
was a random single.
yeah, it was like a random single. I think that was after he got like a charge or something, or like got arrested, and he like dropped that, and it was going crazy. Like everybody was talking about it, and then he dropped his album, and everybody see that was a good album. So to me, it's not even his production. I think he might have to diversify his topics, but he needs to sit down and be like, listen, right now, if we was to be honest, he's in charge of drill, right? Where are you gonna push drill? You know what I'm saying? Like you're at a point where like it's not about diss tracks, it's not about this, it's like where is drill going? He has to figure that out and bring a new type of feel style to it.
I 100% agree, especially with this is a very important portion of Fabio Foreign's career, and he has the potential, to put New York on the map or to let us kind of go back into the dark ages in a way. And so I would definitely, suggest a lot more lyrical focus and sort of branching out, because right now, and you'll see before this video comes out, I'll be doing a bit of a drill comparison. I think one of the things that I wish that Fabio would do a little bit more that I think he lacks in comparison to other drill artists is vulnerability. I really feel like from a vulnerability perspective, he is just a bit weaker than his contemporaries. And so if he were to bring some of that into his, song making, that would be really good. Also, while I did love the Bible, and I may even do a re-review of it, even though it came out a while ago, one of the problems that I do have with it is the number of features. It's very clear that Kanye has impacted Fabio a lot, and mostly for the better. But one thing that I think is sort of taking a toll on Fabio from Kanye's impact is that he relies a lot on features to make songs work instead of, kind of just standing on his own 2 feet. And it makes sense because, you want the song to sound better. And when you have Queen Naija and Coi Leray on a love song, it's going to work better because those are people designated. But as your own artist performance, it kind of doesn't allow you to truly express your own self. And so one thing that I wish is that, in this next album, he can really establish himself as a truly, dominant force with a bit less features. And also, I think this next album, and so far, all of the singles that he's been dropping, Sick and Tired was really, and I feel like Sick and Tired was something in the right direction for me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go check that out. But I want to see that undeniable classic Bobby sort of improve from a lyrical standpoint and just from a topic standpoint, and just drop something with a little bit less features and a little bit more vulnerability. All right, next up. Everyone knows this is my favorite artist in the whole wide world. You know what I'm saying? I only sing his praises. You know what I'm saying? Kay Flock.
All right, Kay Flock. First of all, I hope he gets freed.
Facts, free Kay Flock.
One thing though, first and foremost,
stay out of trouble.
Thank you. Yeah, right there. Stay out of trouble.
I
I can't even. We can't talk about.
It's kind of hard to there's other stuff I kind of want to say, and I may mention, but I feel like it's hard. And somebody commented about this. It's hard to even talk about anything else in his video, in his music, because
he's not here.
He's not with us, right? And so, the quality of recording, the quality of the flows and all that stuff, I don't know what that looks like in prison.
Yeah, I don't even, we can't even, I also want to start talking about performances and stuff, because, I think I want him to, like I said, stay out of trouble, because then we can start actually talking about stuff. And then also, he's in a part where, to me, the hottest, youngest, drill artist from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
No question about it. Like no one else right now.
He's the manager of Bronx Drill.
Literally. So for him, it's just about, yo, you're charged. You figure where you want to go with it. Now, I've brought some suggestions. So if his label or his manager is watching, I will
hit him up
I
because he might to give
10%. You know,
K-Flock platinum album.
But
that's what he's saying.
I was saying like I would like it would be funny to me if like he had a song with like Ice Spice. You feel me? Like I felt like that would be.
I ain't gonna lie, a dance song with Ice Spice might spaz.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Like you know how like everybody, what's that song? Like it's not Electric Slide. Like you know how there's songs like Electric Slide or Tootsie Slide.
I mean, but
it would be like a drill version of that. I feel like that would just been funny.
Yeah,
but he does have great songs where he's like very vulnerable and stuff like that. Like I like that, and then just keep the energy going. Do I want to keep hearing him diss people? I mean, like at the end of the day, like. To each his home. Like at the end of the day, his life, that's his lifestyle. Like that's how he started. It was that, and then he got into rap. But like I'd rather just hear the energy and start hearing about other stuff than just like this and Ops all day, to be very frank.
Yeah, I definitely, when it comes to the dissing, at this point I'm kind of over it. Like I was never crazy about it in the beginning, but especially with how much it's happening, I feel like it's making drill really inaccessible, and I don't like that. Also, like just for his I want his mentality to change. I want him to value his own life and the lives of the people around him a bit more. And so I feel like just as a way to kind of see him mature, I would love to see him stop dissing people, because I want him to keep coming out and keep making great music, right? I definitely, while I don't know if Ice Spice is exactly the answer, I definitely feel like
that would have been funny though. I'm just saying, like imagine like the Bronx,
yeah,
like Ice Spice and K-Flock. I was like, oh,
TJ on the chorus, like
yeah, like that would be interesting.
I definitely do feel like I want him to find, similar to Don Q, I want him to find an original lane and run with it. I feel like one thing that always is, and you all know this from watching my reviews, I struggle with K-Flock is like, why him over other people? And what is he sort of doing that is truly original? And maybe whether it be sort of him being kind of coming out with more dance songs, where he sort of teaches the new dance and gets views that way, or whatever it may be. I just want to see him find his own original gimmick or original idea and run with it, because he's absolutely talented enough to do so. Stuff like improve lyrically and rap on beat is going to come with time. He is like literally, I don't even think he's 20 yet. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely younger than the both of us.
Yeah.
And so, that's just going to come with time. But I definitely feel like finding an original sound and staying the hell out of trouble is definitely what I would love to see from K-Flock.
Next is Lil TJ. I'm not gonna lie, you go first. You got this one.
All right, TJ. Here's my advice: stop making music. No, I'm playing.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. So with TJ, for me, this has kind of been a bit of a rocky year with TJ. I really loved his True to Myself mixtape and thought that there was really good songs on there. But this past couple of years, stuff really hasn't been hitting. The two things I feel with TJ, and we're back. Had to cut some parts out. Had to get some better lighting. All right. So going back to it with TJ, number one, stop drenching your stuff in auto-tune, because it just doesn't work. TJ has genuinely a wonderful voice currently, and I feel like on songs like In My Head, I just feel like there's too much and Beat the Odds. I just feel like there's too much auto-tune on his voice, to really like make it enjoyable. It sounds so almost robotic, right? The other thing I feel is that from a lyrical perspective, I think he needs to progress. You know what I'm saying? And if he can just sort of talk deeper about his relationships, and become more introspective, that would be also really good to see. And so, yeah, also drop an Undeniable classic, because I think with the potential that True to Myself showed, he absolutely has it in him. And I definitely think that would be is much needed in his discography. That album that everyone can kind of point to, and this applies to Favi as well. That everyone can point to. Oh snap! He really went. He shitted on that album, like a Take Care for Drake, or a For Your Eyes Only for J. Cole.
Yeah, for me, kind of like you said, like I'm a very big A Boogie fan, so like from like the jump, like I always was like, oh yeah, he's similar to A Boogie, and like I felt like for him, his way about it was really bad, and for him, because he kind of already like to me hit that and was like, yeah, like nah, like forget this dude. It now to me it kind of suffered him a little bit, and so now he's like making music, and then everybody's like, well, like what's making me stop from listening to, why would I listen to you if I could listen to Boogie, or I could listen to thing, whatever. Let's take State of Emergency, right? It's a very short song, and I think short album, my fault, you're right, short album. And I think like for, like you said it before, you told me this earlier, like I think for him, he needs to make a very short album. His production is gonna have to be really good.
And that's I like that, and we're saying that a lot, but it's because we want people to stand out.
Yeah,
that's the
like,
thing, right?
I need a song to remember, like, you know, FN, yes, FN to me is such a great song, and like was blown up. You know what I'm saying? Or even Pop Out with Polo G. Like those songs are so good because, to one, like the beats was fire, and then he was just spazzing. He was doing pretty well, and like that's why like production like is so underrated. Like that's why like even when we look at like albums with like Metro Boomin that just dropped it recently, you understand what a producer really is.
I mean,
you know?
like
you understand what a real producer is.
You know, I feel like
I really want a better production because I feel like it will go crazy. And then he always had to like Lil TJ, Pop Smoke, Lil TJ, Favi, and it's like him trying to like do the melody, and then like a drill artist like wildin' or whatever, and it's like it's smooth, it's cool. It came like with a couple great songs.
Not in the Mood was fire.
Not in the Mood was fire, but like it's like I kind of already see the template a lot, and it's like, all right, bro, like we kind of I want a New York classic. Like Zoo York to me is great, you know, but he had a song with him, Favi, and Pop, and the melody was
you
great.
Want a solo TJ New York. I mean, FN is kind of that.
It's kind of that, but I need a straight. It's like I need
like Dior or Big Drip.
Yeah, like I need that, like you know what I'm saying, DTV, like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And one of my favorite songs is Calling My Phone. I actually like that song. Woo! Now was
told you for this over, leave me alone.
Yeah, like I really like, but I'm expecting a lot from him, and especially like, you know, my son got shot, and he's back in good health, you know, thank God.
Yeah, facts.
But I wanna hear more about that, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
know?
All right, that's TJ. So last topic, ASAP Rocky with this new album. This is so, you know, for y'all that don't know, you know, ASAP Rocky's coming out with a new album pretty soon. He's already released around 2 or 3 leading singles for it. The rollout has been pretty solid so far. And for me personally, I think A Boogie and Favi were the kind of biggest names going into 2022. And Rocky is the biggest name New York-wise to look out for in 2023. I cannot wait for this man to drop. You know, it's been kind of slow for ASAP, honestly.
Yeah.
This decade. Floor Seats 2 was a bit of a miss, in my opinion. I felt like, you know, Ferg kind of hopping on a lot of trendy topics instead of really making his own wave. And, you know, with all the New York crews rising up and really taking over, like Highbridge and Griselda, I want to see what ASAP has to say and what they can really do. So I know Felivi's on showing the background.
Yeah,
ASAP, Felivi obviously loves him.
I'm a big ASAP fan.
Of
I'm not
course,
gonna lie. That's the Harlem in me.
Right. So talk to us about what you want to see from this ASAP.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm a big ASAP fan, but for this album, one, we need a song with Rihanna. I'm saying that right now, putting that out there. I feel
facts.
like
Big
one
facts.
song with Rihanna would like. All right, bro, you got it. And all right, maybe it's a Jay-Z kind of Beyonce moment that niggas is looking for, but I
I'm
personally
not
feel
mad
like
at it.
that would be. Are you mad? Exactly.
Right.
No one's gonna be mad at that. What? Yeah, bro, go make a song. With Rihanna.
Right.
Will she make a song? Probably not. But I'm just wishing for it. You feel me?
That's
so
how he
that,
expects you,
yeah,
but he
that's
can
how.
damn it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Now he also was in Metro Booming's recent album,
Fire.
which
All of his features kind of been going crazy recently.
yeah, he's
like,
been doing well.
Him on the Bible was fire.
Yeah.
Him on Metro Boomin album.
And Nego
Yup.
Nego was fire with
Tyler, the Creator.
That's also what I was about to say. I want another song with Tyler the Creator. And him and
woo,
ASAP make
Potato
music.
Salad is a
Potato
classic.
Salad is a classic. I don't care what nobody says.
That's a classic.
I feel like that is a classic. And I would love for him to make another a song with.
He
with
said
him.
there's gonna be a lot of Tyler on this next album.
And I like that. I feel like Tyler is so like left.
Right, he's
Like,
so experimental.
He's so left that like ASAP is and ASAP is a very he's willing to experiment with music. Like we see he has a whole album called Testing. So like you know what I'm saying. Obviously I want a song with that. One song with Rihanna. I would, but like I was saying with the Metro Booming album, I love just the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. He used him. Also, like in like just for his speaking, like him speaking and part of the album, and then he had a song with what's his name, rest in peace, the Takeoff.
That song's fire.
But that song is to me what was one of my favorite songs in that album, and not even just because it was ASAP, but like I just loved the whole thing and how
Takeoff verse was crazy.
Takeoff verse was
Rest in
insane.
peace. God damn.
But I want a new vibe from him with the whole ASAP mob. I kind of want him to talk a little bit about kind of what's going on with ASAP. Like the mob has been in the news a lot recently with a lot of stuff and then stuff with Ferg. So I would love to hear a one song.
I would love to see Ferg on. Yeah, I would love to see.
I would like. I mess with Ferg too. Like I fuck with Ferg. Now then again, I do want like the classic ASAP, him talking about fashion.
Of
like
course.
yo, the Rick. Like
Fashion Killer is a.
Yo, bro. First of all, Fashion Killer is how he got Rihanna. I'm saying that right now. I've
Niggas
been saying that for the longest.
Niggas put it on the record.
He got Rihanna because of Fashion. Fashion Killer. If you go watch that video, she was there. He was all up on her, and look at it now. They got a kid. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm very excited for the album personally. Like I said, I want a lot of like Fashion Killer, kind of vibe. And then one more thing, last one. He had this song on this in the Black Messiah.
So
ASAP
Snitch
Rocky,
nigga.
ASAP Rocky has a song in there.
That's right.
Rich Nigga Problems, right? I love that song. I really, really appreciate that song. Like he was keeping it a buck, talking about how listen, man, like everybody's looking at you trying to get a piece of your pie, and it's like wow, like you got. Talking about 2020 vision, like how he's looking forward and people be trying to talk about it, but they're not really seeing the vision. Like I like that. And I also would like for him to have a song about business. Because the way
he's taking over.
He has an alcohol after him. He's in a, he makes clothes. Like I feel like he could do a business song person. But that's it. Nothing else. You can go.
I want the main thing, Felipe kind of touched on all of it. I'm excited for what Metro Boomin brings on this album. I'm excited for what Tyler brings on this album.
Metro Boomin. Ooh,
I'm excited for that.
Crazy.
Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you want to see Metro Boomin versus Hit Boy versus Mustard, because that might go crazy. But one thing I would love to see, and you kind of heard us talk about it throughout, I want to see ASAP Rocky push the sound. I want to see ASAP Rocky come up with something that different rappers can take and learn from and grow from. Because to me, that's what ASAP Rocky is in his element, where he is pushing the sound, where he is doing something that has never been seen before. And so far, from everything that he's dropping, it's super dope because nothing sounds like his last. Everything I'm listening to right now sounds completely different. Sounds like what is going on, what are we going to get? And I love that. I want to see ASAP Rocky push the sound and really come with something different, because I think that I was talking about this with one of my friends. I feel like Pop Smoke was the last truly original artist. I feel like originality kind of died in New York And so I would love for ASAP to come back and really come with that new original sound that people can be inspired by and grow from, because I feel like that's something that desperately is needed, in New York music. And I want to be I want an album that it's gonna sound weird, but I want an album that I'm not gonna like at first because I don't get it. That's the level of like of type of album I want to get. I want an album that I don't fully get at first, but as I give it more and more listens, like Long Live ASAP was like that for me. I didn't really get it at first. I was like, what the fuck? What's this? But I definitely want to see that level of experimentation, and I want to see some maturity. ASAP Rocky talked about how he's going to be growing a lot, and how he feels like rap has lacked a lot of maturity since Soulja Boy, which that's not the worst take in the world.
He was kind of saying that around music videos, because one thing he's so underrated about is his music video. I believe he's like the Spike Lee of music videos, like compared to I'm saying that
you're talking to the biggest Joyner fan that ever existed in life.
Okay, I might give that a pass. But no, you can go against him. I don't care. You need an example. Like, look at ASAP Forever. ASAP Forever to me is one of the most, and it's funny because like I look at it and there's parts that he shows, and I'm like, I know exactly where that is. I know exactly where that is. Yeah. And it's to me one of my favorite music videos of all time.
Got you. All right, well, that is everyone and what we want to see in 2022. Thank you all for watching. Let us know what artists you're excited to see grow and improve in 2022. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and peace, y'all.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, yeah.